Me da alegría verlos. Gracias.
How good it is to look out and see all of you. Thank you for having walked here. Thank you for coming here. I think the Virgin herself traveled in order to visit her cousin Elizabeth. She went with haste. Someone might ask, why did Mary get up and go with haste to her cousin? Certainly, Mary had just learned that Elizabeth was pregnant, but so was she. So, why go? If neither the angel nor Elizabeth had asked her to do that, Mary does something that was not asked of her. It wasn't obligatory. Mary goes because she loves. And someone who loves runs because she's filled with joy.
La alegría de María es doble. Ella acababa de recibir el anuncio del ángel que iba a recibir al Redentor. Y también la noticia de que su prima
had just heard from the angel, and this fills her with joy, and she goes to her cousin. It's really curious to think that instead of thinking of herself, she was thinking of someone else, because joy is missionary. Joy isn't for one person, it's to bring to other people. And so I ask you, I ask all of you who are here, who have come to discover Christ's message, to discover the meaning in life. Are you going to keep it to yourself, or are you going to proclaim it to others? What do you think? Ourselves or for others? And in order to bring it to others, so that, because joy is missionary. So let's repeat together. Joy is missionary. And so I must bring this joy to others. And so this joy that we have, everything that we've received, everything we've received needs to prepare our hearts for good, all of us. If we look back, there are people who have been rays of light in our life. Our parents, grandparents, friends, women religious, catechists, group leaders, teachers. They're like the roots of our joy. And so in a moment of silence, each one can think about what each of us has been given in our lives, those people that have been the roots of our joy. Have you found them? Have you found their faces, their stories? This joy that has arrived through these roots is what we need to communicate. And then we become roots of joy. And we too can become roots of joy for others. So that it's not just a joy of a moment, but that we can bring it to others. And so I ask myself, how can we be transformed into roots of joy?
La alegría no está en la biblioteca encerrada.
Joy, you don't find joy closed up in a library, but you find it somewhere else. We have to look for it. You have to find the key for it. We find it in dialogue with our brothers and sisters. We need to find those roots of joy, those witnesses. And sometimes we get tired, and so another question I ask. Have you ever gotten tired at one time? Have you felt tired sometime? Think about what happens when you get tired and we don't want to do anything. As you feel like a wet sponge, I think he said. It's something he said in Spanish. Or do you just give up and fall down? Do you believe that someone who falls down in life, someone who, or that you can, or that if someone has fallen down, has erred, is finished, is all done? No. What does that person need to do? I don't hear you. Get up. And there's something beautiful that I want to say to you today. The Alps. Those who climb the Alps have a really beautiful song. It says the art of climbing the mountains. What you need to do is not that you don't fall, but that you don't stay down on the ground. This is really beautiful. Because if you stay on the ground, fallen on the ground, or if you go into retirement from this life, you've closed hope. You're closed in illusion. When we see some friend who's fallen down, what do we need to do? Pick them up. Powerfully get them up.
Cuando uno tiene que levantar o ayudar a levantar a una persona, ¿qué gesto hace?
So what do we need to do when we help someone up? Look at them from up above.
La única oportunidad, el único momento que es
the only moment when it's okay to look at a person from up on top is to help them get back up again.
¿Cuántas veces?
How many times? How many times do we see people who do this? They're looking at people from up to down. The only situation where it's permissible to look at a person from up on top of them, you say it. Say it loudly, is in order to help them get back up. This is what the journey is all about, having the will to help others up. And in order to do things in life, you have to exercise, you have to train. Sometimes we don't feel like walking. Sometimes we don't feel like getting up, do exams because we don't want to study. And so we won't succeed, or we don't succeed. I don't know if some of you like soccer. I like soccer. What's behind a goal? A lot of training. Behind success, what's behind success? A lot of training. And in life, people don't do just what they like, but everyone has their own vocation, and so we need to do what's necessary to perform that vocation. And so either I need to get up or allow someone else to get me up, train myself in order for the journey. And all of this is possible not because we do courses in walking. There's no courses to help us walk in life. You learn how to do this. We learn it from our parents. We learn it from friends. people who've accompanied us by hand. This is how we learn. And this is the training. I leave you with this thought to walk. And if you fall down, get up. Walk with a goal. Train yourself each day of your life. Nothing is free in life. You need to pay for everything. There's only one thing that's free: the love of Jesus. The crowd reacting. So this free love that we have from Jesus, and with the desire to walk, let's walk in hope. Let's rediscover our roots and keep moving forward without fear. Don't be afraid. Thank you. Our Holy Father,